Hi, it's Khandie. This is the first video of 2023 and I have not been 100% honest or not deliberately dishonest. I don't really know. I sound like a politician will say that. Anyway, I'm going to do this very honestly because I feel like a post that I put out, and I will share that somewhere here, wasn't really as open as it could be, and I think a lot of photographers hide this. I did not deliberately do this, but I feel like if I want to tell you that I'm a successful photographer, I need to sort of expose myself a little bit and be honest about how 2022 came off, because I'm seeing so many content creators going on about how they had a great 2022, and I sat there and I was like, hang on a minute, like, I'll be brutal, I didn't. Genuinely didn't. There were some amazing peaks in 2022. There was also some real horrible moments, really horrible moments, and I got a bit annoyed when I started scrolling through and everyone was like talking about how great 2022 is for them, and I feel like that really doesn't help burgeoning photographers, new photographers, people who are trying to learn. So in the interest of exposing myself and being brutal and offering perhaps some advice and insight, I am gonna share with you just how crap and amazing, but openly, 2022 was. So I'm gonna put the post back up that I said there was the one that really sparked me to do this video, and it'll just go here. So I've got notes, I'm just gonna read it. So on there, if you can't read it, I'm sure you can, it says 39 weddings, 12 elopements, 15 engagements, 33 headshot sessions, 25 family sessions, 19 branding shoots, 21 fashion shoots, 6 seminars, 4 workshops, 47 YouTube videos, some were deleted, and 3 awards, and then finally working with the BBC at the end, which is the British Broadcasting Corporation here in the UK. Now, if you add those shoots up, that's 164 shoots, and you might think, wow, Khandie, that's a lot. It is a lot. And it's more than I would have liked to, and I earned a lot less than I should have. And I'll be honest, when I put that up, I was really proud of myself, but then because I have this, and I know I go on about having client management software system, I do have Studio Ninja, there's all links below, because I'm able to interrogate the data on how people booked, what they booked on, and I have to say, I think some of these are misleading. So yes, I did shoot 39 weddings, but not all of those were money that I got paid this year. So as you know, lockdown cancelled all weddings in the UK for a large amount of time, and some people are unable to book. And so not only did I not earn the money that I would have normally earned during those times, the shoots that I couldn't do had to then go to the next year and the next year. And that actually meant that I was not earning this year's prices. Instead, I was earning wages that were 2 years old, which you might think, oh, it's not a lot. But as I will just tell you now, that one of the printing companies that I use has just announced a 10% increase on shipping, 20% I think it is on prints, frame products and stuff like that. And it's astronomical. And I realised everyone's prices are going up. So I was well aware my prices and my expenses had gone up, but I was still earning wages that were based on a model that was pre-pandemic. And they were incredible weddings, but some of these weddings were also half days because they had photographed the ceremony when we were able to do ceremonies because of the rules in the UK, and then the reception had to be covered elsewhere, which meant the wedding was finished in the evening or halfway through the day, and it meant that I couldn't do shoots in that time at all. That whole day was blocked out, so I lost a day's wage of potential earning, although I did the job that I got paid to. But if you understand how, it should have been done that year, and then I didn't do it, and the money didn't come in that year, I then had to go do it this year, which meant I couldn't charge someone the price for this year's price. I had to carry on. And I know that would happen, and that's just one of the things that we're coming out of. And I think a lot of people aren't being very honest about that side of it. Like, you're doing work based on 2, maybe even 3 years ago's prices because of the pandemic, because of the lockdowns and everything. With that, a lot of weddings, so the reason why I separated weddings and elopements, because although they are still weddings, they're slightly different. So many of my weddings that I had booked in for this year and last year, so they just said, you know what, we're downsizing, we're gonna have an elopement, which meant I was earning less because I wasn't doing a full day. I love an elopement. I have a bit of a real soft spot for elopements. I'm not doing it. And for the most part, it's absolutely lovely. And actually what it's opened to me, and I will be incredibly grateful, it's opened a whole new genre of photography that people are actually hiring me because they want that elopement photographer. You want to go to the Peak District and get married on the peaks, I will go there. And it also did the engagement shots. Oh, the engagement shots I love again, but they were part of the wedding package, and mine are actually complimentary if you buy my base packages. And I did 33 headshots, and I think, God, that's a lot. Right. I run headshot sessions as a block day. So I was not doing 33 separate days of headshot sessions. There was 10 sessions on one day, I remember, and then there was 10 on another, and the rest was sporadically throughout, okay? So don't think that I was somehow spending a whole day photographing one whole session. It was literally people were booking in on slots. Some of these were mini sessions. I'm going to be brutal, like they were mini sessions. 25 family sessions. They are amazing. That also lumped in there is my Christmas minis, and I did a midsummer mini one. They sold out instantly. They're probably one of my lowest investment, highest return. Everyone was branding. Now, 19 branding shots. They were incredible. They were branding shots from fashion, like brands, like they sent me stuff that they needed photographed, to companies. There was a lot of companies actually who asked me to do all their social media content, and that was really nice. Including that with the branding is some headshots, but I kept them separate. This is how my software breaks it down to. The 21 fashion sessions. Fashion shoots, you might think, wow, Khandie, you must be shooting for loads of fashion. A lot of these were bloggers. A lot of these were models who wanted to expand their fashion portfolio. Yes, there was some paid work, I'm not going to deny that, but a lot of these were slightly lower costs, so don't think I was raking in the dollar on this. 6 seminars. If I told you that of the 6 seminars, I repeated my seminar 4 times, so there was 4 seminars that were literally the same product, and then 2 that were independently done. And the workshops, loved the workshops. They were hard going, they were enjoyable. The first one sold really slowly, and then after that they kind of like sold themselves. It was brilliant. But I'm going to tell you now, that makes me look like I was really busy. And then on top of that, there was the 47, and I think it was actually a higher number, but I deleted some, and at the last count, that's what we did, of videos and all of that. And the reason why I was doing the videos is because I wasn't getting clients in all the time. And this is where I'm going to be horribly honest with myself. Did I get a load of new clients through the door? Bar weddings, not really. A lot of my clients were returning clients, which is just wonderful because that means you've done a good job. But I did not market myself as well as I could have last year. And one of the things that is, and I spoke about this with my friend Corinne, I stopped shooting for myself. Like you might remember in previous years, I was always doing stuff at the fun fair. I was always getting calls saying, hey Khandie, we're coming to town. Do you want to come in and do some photos with us? And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. And I show up at the fun fair and I do all these great shots. I stopped doing those. Not because I don't love them. I just was so busy playing catch up and trying to earn money when it seemed the whole world is, especially in the UK, if you know, I know it's all around the world, but the whole of the world just seemed to be getting so expensive. My costs have crept up astronomically in terms of running my studio, my staff, my assistants I hire ad hoc. And the only thing that I can say that I've been able to do, and I actually sat down to do, because I am worried about 2023, okay? I am worried that this year, with the ever-increasing prices here in the UK of fuel and food and stuff, there's going to be less jobs and people are going to want more for their money. And I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't want to be doom and gloom. But so what I've done is I've cut down my expenses. I was working right up until Christmas Eve. And then I was straight back on it, even on Christmas Day, doing some marketing. And then I've worked for it. Now I know I'm self-employed, and you know, that's a thing that we do here. And we have to be honest about that. We created our jobs. But I needed to get all my marketing ready because I was so in a funk. I was so defeated about how my business was going and how I was going to be, that I just didn't do what I normally preach, which is do your marketing plan. I didn't update my marketing plan after August. I just went about it sort of willy-nilly. I didn't plan as much as I wanted to. I knew I had my Christmas minis. I knew to market them, but even those I marketed quite early, but didn't really do the same pizzazz. I didn't send out the newsletter for the Christmas minis until a week before I was going to do them, which is normally I'd send them out a month before and book everybody in. I lost my mojo, and I think a lot of that is because I spent so long chasing work, catching up with work from the previous years, that I was so excited to come back into 2022. I was like, okay, this is fresh, it's all going to be new, it's going to be amazing. And it didn't give me that vibe. I stopped shooting for myself, and I kind of, I'll be honest, I kind of lost myself in it. And I just want, I'm going to tell you now, if you want, I'm so miserable on this. I'm so miserable on this. if you want to get clients through the door, you got to shoot for your own portfolio, because that's what piques their interest. They will then want to look at previous clients' work to make sure they know what you're doing. But it is your personal portfolio that gets you clients through the door. And I forgot that. The fundamental aspect of what I created my business for was to shoot for me, to generate the work, to keep doing the fun I want, right? So I have this idea that I will do bread and butter shoots, headshots, corporate shots, whatever it is, so I can go do the fun stuff, go to the fun fair, have big gowns, get Luna in, get her floating in the back of the studio. Sorry, I thought, you can't see the photo, it's behind me this bit. Do all of this craziness. And I didn't even, do you know what? I went to workshops. I went to like the photo show, and I wanted to buy something. Like, I need to buy a new camera, and I have dragged my feet about it because I know that it's going to cost me a lot of money, and I'm worried about the money coming in. And I've always worried about money, but now with everything on the news being doom and gloom, I'm worried, right? I sat there and I thought, maybe I should set up a Patreon, but I was like, do I have time for a Patreon? Do I genuinely have time to create additional content to try and generate a small amount of money? And I don't have the clout of like Sean Tucker or anyone else who has Patreon, like, I'm trying to think now, I can't remember anybody. But I don't have that clout. So I was thinking, how else can I make money? How else? Because I don't want to lose the love of photography, and I definitely haven't. And I have to say, I've really woken up this morning. I smell a champagne because my friend poured some on me. It's still in my hair. My hair feels absolutely horrible, but I needed to record this video. And although I showered, I can still smell it. I am slightly hungover. I don't normally drink, and I went out. I went, do you know what? I know this whole new year, new me, and everyone's like, oh yeah, it's going to be the best year for me. No. This is going to be the most productive year for me. That's what I've decided. It's not going to be the best. It's going to be the hard graft. And I'm going to go in. I am going to spend more time shooting for me, for content, for you, for my social medias, and stop constantly sharing what I think is trendy in order to get in so people try and book me, and start showing my clients. I've done an incredible project this summer that is the first time in the whole year I was fired up about it, and I'm still, when I think about it now, I'm really fired up. Can I share it with you? I can't. I can't yet. I need to wait for it to be released by the record label. I can't. And it was just, you know, it was just one of those. And then at the end of the year, I got really poorly, really, really poorly. And I remember sitting there thinking, every time I'm laid in this bed, sweating and having this really high fever, I'm not earning. And we are about to hit what is a very large financial thing in the UK. And I was like, I'm not earning. I need to get earning. I need to get my savings up. I need to buy this camera. I need to upgrade my laptop because I plan to travel more. I will be going back to Poland again and Norway. I need to do this. So I just want to be really honest with you and say, 2022 was hard. Every business is hard. And I know, and I look back at my videos and I thought, do you know what? I really like the gusto that I presented those videos with. But if you notice, I did a lot more business stuff because I was having to remind myself to do it. A lot of my videos were more business. There was less photos behind the scenes. I was desperately trying to educate people and share my journey without being so obvious that at times I felt like I was struggling. Did I cry in 2022 about my business? Yes. Did I have a very hard conversation with one of my great friends who's actually stepped away from all aspects of photography and gone down a completely different level of photography? Sorry, she's not stepped back from it. She's diverted and diversified. She's doing wet plate. And I sat there and I said to her face, you know, I was jealous of how much confidence you had to do that. She's just said, I had enough of chasing things. I'm going to correct me out. And I realised that's what's great about me with my clients. And I'd overlooked them. Like, I might not have got a whole load of new clients, right? What I got was a whole load of repeat business, and I should applaud that, and I should be happy with that. Did I earn what I projected to earn this year? No, not by a long shot. We're talking, I probably earned 30% less than I was expecting when I based my marketing plan on my 2020 figures, my 2021, 2022. I thought 2023 I'd bounce back and I'd be... Did I earn healthy enough to get by? Yes. At times there was a couple of months where I was like, oh my God, and then a gig came in and I was like, okay, this is good. Did I shoot shoots? Did I shoot shoots that I wouldn't necessarily have accepted because it was going to somewhere to shoot quite low value with no attempt to upsell? Yes, because I needed the money. Am I proud of that? Yes, because I don't think people should be all about, I made loads of money in my photography and this is how you should do it and this is the answer. I don't think it's fair for people on YouTube to sort of sugarcoat what their life's like, and you know that you have people talking about burnout, right, all the time, and no one really gets it because they don't really always explain it. That's not even a great explanation of that bit, is it? But there are times when I sit there and go, it would be a lot easier to go to 9 to 5. I even got offered a job as a paid 9 to 5 photographer for a brand, but I hated the idea that I would never be shooting for myself again. I would have to have all my work vetoed by a third party, and I would not be shooting what I wanted, but the money dangled was good. And I decided, you know what, I'm not. So my plans for 2023, I'm going to travel more. I'm going to stop saying not now. I'm going to buy a new camera somehow. I am going to buy a new laptop. I am going to, I'm probably going to get a new iPad Pro, I think. I know, obviously these are on my wish list, right? But the top one is the new camera body, okay? I am going to do more YouTube that's brutal and honest, and I'm going to share it because I feel like so many people share stuff and it's all very nice. But if you want good business, it's not always about how well you Photoshop, it's about how well you deal behind the scenes, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do more seminars, more workshops. I'm going to embrace what it was about me. I'm changing my studio. Yes, it's going to be this white shooting area, but I'm going to start introducing the colours that I like, and stop making it bland. I'm going to have my personality actually stamped on my studio more now. I'm going to change the sample pictures and get those bright, vibrant colours that inspired me to be a photographer up. I am going to do more shoots. I'm going to walk up to strangers and say, hey, let's do a shoot. I am going to be more proactive in my passion because I have no one else to blame if this fails but me, right? And I have been self-employed for so long. I am not accepting that I am okay doing mediocre. I am not doing this. I have had the most amazing clients this year. I have shot some amazing work and I'm proud of everything I have shot. I will just say that. But I want to shoot more for me, okay? More. Because I feel like that's where I'm going to enjoy shooting more for clients. Like, I love when clients come in for a headshot session, we have a good banter and everything, but I want to come in to work knowing that in a few weeks' time, I'm going to have this crazy shoot I'm going to do. I'm going to go meet up with more photographers. I'm going to do more to give me that passion back. Because I feel like I've spent the last, God knows what, nearly 3 years in a slump and slowly ebbing away at myself. So yeah. I realise this is miserable, right? I realise this is probably upset a lot of you, but I hope some of it resonates with you. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, this feeling you get, this almost imposter syndrome, your own self-loathing is real. Honestly real. I could tell you that, yeah, I got this really bad feeling and but now I've got this new camera and I'm great. No, I couldn't afford, or I could, but I was worried about financially to buy this camera body, right? Because I was worried about, like, would I get enough money in, seeing that my wages weren't at the peak, the rate I thought they would be, to pay it, to get it, right? Because I want to buy it outright, right? And because I don't like getting debt. And I just wanted to go back to who I was pre-pandemic, pre-panorama, or whatever you want to call it, and feel comfortable in who I was as a creative. Because I feel like I enjoy so much the business side of my job. Absolutely, it's really weird, I love it. Like, it's made easier thanks to Studio Ninja. I have all the client management software. They're not sponsored, but please go check them out. There's a link in my bio. Get yourself sorted. And I can now look at this data and I can hold myself accountable for it. I can see what kind of clients, where they're coming from. Are they returning clients? How much money I'm making? What's my average month this month? I can set my balance, what I need to make, and see where I am on it. I can compare it to the previous years. So yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to enjoy it, and you're going to come along, hopefully. So if you don't already, like and subscribe. I try not to make this miserable, but I want it to be a brutal honesty to you guys, as brutal as it could be. I am slightly hungover. I am feeling very nostalgic and a little ooh. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for following me. And whether you like or don't like this video, I appreciate the fact you even took time to get this far, this waffle. And I hope you enjoy my honesty. I make no apologies for it. So yeah. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and let me know that I'm not the only one feeling like this. Just a little bit. Follow me on all the usual socials. They're all linked below. It'd be great to see you and have conversations. I'm going to be so more proactive on that, because it's probably actually the best thing I've learned in 2022 is how much I enjoy going live on Instagram and making the little TikTok videos. And these YouTube videos have literally been what I've enjoyed. So, and they've given me time of reflection, and some of your questions have been great. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.